Right. Sorry for the late start, but my network was doing me disservice. Happy to have you all here. We are yet continuing on our journey of support and resistance. And I believe today might be the last day on that topic. And then tomorrow we shall be now switching to something else. Tomorrow we shall be switching to something else. Tomorrow we shall all still go back to the chart patterns that were given to us and then learn how we could trade those chart patterns. Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I know most of you are enjoying the crypto market space. And like I usually say, the best is yet to come. Yes, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. So I'll share my screen. We are still looking at support and resistance. Protocol observed, all different leaders on the call. I've been able to notice the presence of leader OBM, a V5 on the call. I've been able to notice the presence of Coach Manish from India on the call. Okay. All right. I've been able to see Mr. Jinpo, that side of Rwanda. My mother, Sheila, from that side of Zimbabwe. Happy to have you with us this morning. Wealth Queen from that side of Nigeria. Happy to have you on this call this morning. Leader Preshi, our V4 from South Africa. Happy to have you on to this call. Mama G, my mom, that side of Nigeria, happy to have you on this call. It's a precious moment. My leader Batra, happy to have you on this call this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, protocol observed. Okay, protocol observed. Now there's someone who might be complaining, why is Julius not mentioning my name? Okay, don't take it so personal. One, I was trying to recognize people who have been here for a very long time. I've also been looking at people who have stood out of the rest. There are people who have stood out, very consistent, that have been able to build teams, right? So I want to respect them for that work they are doing across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another series of support and resistance. Happy to see you, my brother Jude. Yeah, I remember we have been working together for a very long time, for so many years, and now happy to see you on this platform. We are going to rock it and roll it like nobody else, because we believe that our work ethic always determines our movement in the business. All right, ladies and gentlemen, allow me share my screen and let's now rock and roll into support and resistance. Then tomorrow we shall get back to the chart patterns, things to do with the bullish engulfing, the bearish engulfing, all those stuff, the morning star, the hammer. We shall be able to get into all this stuff. So today, let's try to complete one of the amazing ones. I'll get off these indicators. I'm not sure SLP want to go down. I doubt. Okay. All right. Okay. So we are going to draw support and resistance on this time frame we have here. And we said we shall always use a rectangle for better speculations and better results. Put our rectangle at the swing low. The close, I'll take this green candle up here so that I create a bigger area of focus. So I'll take this, not this. This will give me a small experience. Okay, so I'll take that. Then I'll also go on top here. This area, all of us can see it very clearly. And I'll use this side. Okay, so I'll take at the low to the close of the ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'll also go to the high. I'll go to the high since the current price is here and the recent high is here. So I'll go to the high. I may not go all that far, so I'll just get it up to there. Right, so I've been able to draw my major support and my major resistance. The next step, ladies and gentlemen, I can still be able to look down here and create more areas where the market was a little bit supported and a little bit resisted. All right. A little bit supported and a little bit resisted. And also, okay, so this makes my work a little bit not nice. So I'm not an artist, but I love to have nice work. So instead of me taking all that high, I'll pick it from that high there, then to the close of that candle. All right, so I've been able to construct my support and resistance. Now, for me to get perfect results, I'll need to apply the diagonal support and resistance, which could start from this lowest point, then stretch it freely to that point, and then also get another diagonal line from this highest point and stretch it freely to there. Or I might ignore all these, like we explained yesterday, and then I basically pick it up using a parallel channel, which I'll put at this swing low here, and then stretch it to those swing highs, and then extend it to that side. So that will be my drawing. I've been able to draw both the horizontal lines and also the diagonal support and resistance, and also the horizontal support and resistance at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we have learned so far. We can also go an extra mile to help us get this better. To draw the diagonal line, we can also tap on FX indicators and apply the indicator we called the ABCDV1. I don't know what this is, the harmonic pattern, but let me see. But the harmonic pattern, I think I know. I know harmonic patterns. It's me who wants to. Let me first see what this indicator is, just a little bit. Oh, it's using the AB. Okay. All right. This is pattern 5. Okay. All right, so I'll get this off, but maybe in the near future we shall discuss about that. All right, so I'll put in the ABCDV1, and I want it to show the zigzag, and also I want it to show the higher high and the higher lows. And ladies and gentlemen, we can always also draw our parallel channel or our trend line by connecting. I'll connect this higher, high to this higher high. This helps you draw your parallel channel very well. You decide to connect the higher low with the higher low, then this side you decide to touch. You decide to touch also points that you decide to connect the higher high. So below you connect the higher low to the higher lows, and on top you connect the higher highs to the higher highs. I don't know if that makes sense. So that is also another way of drawing your support and resistance. So it helps you. So if you want to start from below here to draw a parallel channel, you could just come below at this point. You can come from this point, and your role is just to connect these points together. I don't know if I'm making sense, although it may not be so perfect. You want to connect the higher highs together, all right? Or the higher lows together. It's up to you. Or you can connect the lower lows together. So that is also another aspect to help someone who may not be good at finding these by themselves to basically do that. But Paranta, why did you come to my office? Go back outside. All right, so I hope, give me one in the chat if that is doable. I've told you go back. You're very stubborn. And you don't want to listen. All right, give me one in the chat if so far where we are, you are able to understand. Give me one in the chat. If you can be able to go and practice that using the parallel channel, ladies and gentlemen. Now I want to basically, having talked about the parallel channel, now I want to shift from the parallel channel and introduce other drawing tools that we could basically use as we construct support and resistance. Okay. So now, guys, the beauty about today's call is that it will be short and brief. So I can remove off the parallel channel. And let's see if we could find another tool that can be used to draw. So we shall still get back to these shapes, geometric shapes. There are so many that can be used, but I'll pick a triangle. I'll pick a triangle. Okay, then let me find another trend line that we could use. I'll also pick a flat bottom. Okay, so let's start with a flat bottom. All right. Now, if I put my dot here and I connect this higher low with this other higher low, then touch, and I draw my this is now what we call let me first get this off here. This is what we call this one is called a flat bottom. So you see that on this side it is flat. Okay, on this side it is flat, and also on top is flat. So if the market touches that line I've drawn and it is supported, then I'll make my exit at where it will be resisted. So the upper line, let me just take. This will act as support. This lower line will act as support, and this one will act as resistance. One is support and one is resistance. So you could also use what we call a disjoint, what we call, let me remove it and bring it again. You tap on the pencil, then you come on trend lines. We have a trend line we call the flat bottom, okay? For example, if this was this, and then I take it up to, let me say, this is not okay, so I will go up to here, up to here, okay? Now, what happens is that if a candle, so today I'm introducing another aspect we call a breakout candle. So if a candle starts from below, let me explain breakout. Let me explain breakout. Let's say This is support. Well, I don't like. Let's say this is support. Just a minute, guys. This is support, and this is resistance. Then a green candle. Then a green candle starts from below. It starts from below, then it closes above this upper line. I want to make sure everybody can understand. And closes above this line. It means that this candle that has started from this line and went above this black line, this candle is called a breakout candle. But when a breakout candle happens, ladies and gentlemen, like all of us can see, let me circle here. Can we all see there? Write me a 3 in the chat if you can see there. What you see, this green candle was a breakout candle. This one was a breakout candle. You see, it started from below here and it closed above. So it was breaking this resistance, right? So this breakout candle, once it forms, it could be a fake out or it could be a breakout. A fake out is that once a candle breaks and the market doesn't continue in that trend, we call that a fake out. Give me one in the chat if you have understood that before now I get it better. A one in the chat if you have understood a breakout before I now make it better. Give me one in the chat. So I want to tell you, when will you know that this is a right breakout? When will you know that this is a fake out? A fake out means that the candle has broken, but the market has gone against what you believed was a support or was now a new support in that manner. Okay? All right. Now, how do we confirm a real breakout? That's what I want to talk about right now. How do we confirm a real breakout? That you can be able to look at a candle and say, wow, this is a real breakout, right? How do we confirm a real breakout? Is what I basically want to talk about now. How do we confirm a real breakout? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen once again. Okay, so I want to go to again and I'll be able to get this breakout. Okay, so I want to share my screen. Okay, so when should you know that this could be a fake out or this could be a breakout? So let me get that very crystal clear to your ears. Okay, now, when a candle makes a breakout, like in this case here, let me take a screenshot and be able to show you. When it makes a breakout, like in this case here, before you enter the market, wait for what we call a test candle. You see, this red candle is what we call a test candle. The word is test. What does it do? It tests the line. And if it closes below it, then the market is continuing in a downward trend. Then the market is continuing in a downward trend. But if it closes above it, then that's what we call a breakout. A breakout is made up of a breakout candle and a test candle. Okay, I want to repeat again. A breakout is where we have a breakout candle and a test candle. For example, I want us to look very, 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 very clearly. I want us to look very, very, very clearly. Remember, when we use, okay, it is not the best example, but this is the best. Can we all see this area here? Give me a 3 in the chat if you can see this area down here. You see that this was a resistance. It was broken out. It was broken out by this green candle. When it was broken out by this green candle, the market came down and the red candle closed above this. And then, so it means that this was the breakout candle and this was a test candle that confirms that this resistance had been broken. And you see, after that confirmation, we see the market surging in the upside. It is the same thing that is trying to happen here. Okay? If this red candle, this one, closes above this support here, then we are going to see the market move in the upside. Give me 1 in the chat if you have understood a breakout candlestick chart pattern. It must have a candle that breaks your line. When it breaks your line, you wait for what we call a test candle. Never make an entry without a test candle. Don't get excited, okay? Do not get excited as a trader, all right? You must be able to wait for a test candle to be formed. And when the test candle gets formed, ladies and gentlemen, then you are sure that now the market has left that support. It's now heading to the resistance. So there's a breakout candle. Then you wait for a red candle that tests the line. What I mean, it comes to the line, then it continues. I don't know if you must be able to wait. Okay? You must be able to wait, coach. So if one is to wait for the test candle, how can one wait? Can I go to a lower time frame or I just wait? When it comes to trading, you can choose your, let me tell you this, guys. The bigger the time frame, the bigger the take profit. All right? The bigger the time frame, the bigger the take profit. For example, I'm trading SLP. Okay? I'll just give an example. I'm trading SLP. The challenge with most traders is that they want to be trading all the time. Now, you see, I'm monitoring this coin. I've already drawn my support and resistance, and I'm in the 4-hour time frame. But trust me, in the next 2 hours, you see, your trading view usually has a time frame. In the next 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, if this red candle closes above this line, this confirms to me that XRP is going to give me a profit of not less than 5%. Let me pick up my price range. No, please. Okay. From this current price, then I'll expect XRP, if this candle closes above, I'll expect XRP to give me not a minimum over 5%. Not a minimum of 5%. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this candle. But it's up to you. Someone may say it is overlaying and it wants to go in the 1 hour time frame. Okay. And you see also in the 1 hour time frame, now here there is formation of lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. Lower highs, then we see a higher low, which has formed a higher high. Now we expect another higher low, which will form another higher high. Can you see how the market is respecting my support? Give me 1 in the chat if you can see how the market is respecting my support area. And you see it has been respecting it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So I'm waiting. The reason why I'm waiting in the 1 hour in the 4-hour time frame because I'll be making a good profit. Okay, there's nothing I'm chasing because nobody can finish money in the market. Nobody can finish money in the market. So patience pays, right? So I just need to be patient and see if that candle closes above my support, then I expect the market to continue in that direction. But if it closes below, then things have changed. What was an area of support will now be an area of resistance. And I expect the market now to continue in this downward movement. Give me one in the chat if you have understood that. I don't have much to teach today, like I promised. I usually love to keep things very, very simple. So I want to recommend you to go back to your learning areas, try to practice with different trades, how to draw support and resistance, either a horizontal support and resistance, ladies and gentlemen, or a diagonal support and resistance. Like I said, we have been looking at drawing what we call support and resistance on coins on an uptrend. I want now to draw support and resistance when the market is going down. Okay, when the market is going down. Okay, and after that, I'll just wish you a nice day and I wish you a nice trading experience. Okay. So let me go to my royal queue. So now this time around, I want to look at this. Let me get off this indicator. I want to look at this trend. So I'll pick my trend line, touch the high, this highest point. I don't need to be perfect that I'm doing this. No, I don't need to force it. I don't need to be perfect, but I just want to draw it. Okay. Let me find a coin that could give me a better perspective. And that coin is by the names of CFX, USDT. Okay. And I'm interested in a 1-day time frame. Could you allow me to remove all drawings? Okay. And why do I expect this coin to continue? I'm using, someone says, how do you look at the history? You just minimize your screens. Can we all be able to see? So I'll pick my trend line, press it at this highest point, and then stretch it down to this point. By the way, if I want, I could even use what we call a triangle. Stretch it there. Can we see that, guys? Can we see that the market was moving in between that picture we have drawn? But then later, we find out that the market has broken. I don't know how I can explain in a local language. You know me, I want to make things simple. We all see the market made a breakout at this point. Now, what do we expect? We expect the market, since it has made a breakout, guys, it's not going to come down back this side. No, it's going to continue in an uptrend. So as a trader, what will I do? I'll just come back here and I draw a horizontal line. Or let me construct support and resistance for a better understanding. Okay, let's go. In the past, we all can see that the market was supported at this point. So from there to the close of the red candle, I want a big area there. Beautiful. Okay, now let's find a resistance in this area. We usually need to take the nearest resistance. You don't go in for the... So I'll take this. Instead of me going so high, I want a big area, just maybe for learning experience. I'll take this, then stretch it to the close of this green candle, this one. But although it is good, all right, but it misses out my point of interest. So what I'll do, I'll delete this, stretch this a little bit, and use this nearby, because this is where the market started going down in the downside. This high, this highest point, and then stretch it to the close of the green candle there. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful, fantastic. So what is my expectation? What is my expectation? So there could be, if someone was good at drawing support and resistance, having drawn that line on a downward trend, someone could draw, yeah, there is that support there. Beautiful. You see now, what I'm waiting for to make an entry is to wait for the market to break my resistance. I don't know if I'm making sense to someone. I'm waiting for the market to break my resistance there. And this time round, I will not wait for a breakout candle. Here is why. Because the market had broken its recent major resistance. I don't know if that makes sense to somebody. So I can even be stubborn if I'm good enough. I can be stubborn enough and I say, let me not wait. I'll enter from the current price and I'll take my profit to the resistance there. Now, someone may be asking, Julius, why would you do that? Okay, let me remove this for you guys. Let me remove this. Let me delete. Okay, before maybe I remove anything from my screen, is that clear? Give me one in the chat if that is clear to you, so that I get another. I could draw a what I could call a trend line above the candles, but I've decided to use I've decided to use a triangle. Just to use it, draw the triangle above. What is confusing you? We said when the market is going down, we draw trend lines above candles. When the market is going up, we draw trend lines below the candles. Now, what's confusing? I saw someone confused. You could raise up your hand. Then you ask me if I continue. I saw someone called Ronald. He wrote a no. Let me ask him to unmute. Ronald, what is confusing you? What is confusing you?
Hello.
Good
morning,
yes,
sir.
Good morning.
So, I'm wondering, why could you make an early entry before the candle breaks out the resistance?
Oh, why will I make an entry? That's what I was going to explain.
Okay.
Just follow. Don't mute. Let me show you. Don't mute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna remove this. Let me remove this. Why would I make an entry? Do you know which type of a candle is this? Do you know this type of a candle, Mr. Ronald?
No.
This one. Anybody to name me this type of a candle? Anybody to name for me this type of a candle? Okay, let's leave the name. But what do you see? Can we all see that this candle... Let's get back to basics, guys. Let's get back to basics. Okay, this is a red candle. A red candle opens at the top and closes at the bottom. Barry, do you know that?
Yes.
that the red candle will start from here, right?
Yes.
And it will close down here. It means that if this is a red candle, I don't know if now I'm gonna speak and you understand. It means that this red candle that started here, all right, it came down up to here. And when it reached here, the buyers came and bought and bought and bought and bought and bought, and they were caught by time. So it means that you see some people call it the name runs away. Do you see this full body green candle?
Yes.
It shows that this market still has strong buyers. I don't know if that makes sense to you. And that's why these buyers were still present up to here. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, we can see.
So you see, they were buying. I don't know if it makes sense. They were buying and buying, and the candle ended there. Now, the reason why this candle still remains green, still remains red, and the next candle is red is because also the sellers are available in the market. But look here. Do you see this red candle?
Yes, I see.
This was the open of this candle, right?
Yeah.
And its plan was to continue it going
down.
Not so?
Yeah.
But currently we see it has a wick or a shadow up here, right?
Yeah.
It means that when this candle started from here, also the buyers are they still bought, but the sellers are a little bit stronger than the what?
The buyers.
Exactly. Now, using that philosophy, because I'm going to trade with margin what?
Margin calls.
Margin calls. I can make an earlier entry in the what? In the market. I don't know if that makes sense. And I'm going to use a philosophy of 2, 4, 8, 16 that will always pull my average price closer to the current what?
The current price.
The current price. Is it now making sense to you?
Yeah, now I understand.
Can you see the power of the buyers on this current candle trying to form something like a doji? And this is one day. Can you see the power? That the sellers are not winning as the market is moving down, and also the buyers are not winning at the same time. Do you see how strong this down shadow is? Do you see? It is the power of the buyers. Do you see how strong it is?
Yes, I see.
Now, can you see that I'm adding the philosophy of the candles to trading?
Yeah.
But still, I want to remind you, I want you to look at the sequence of these candles. They also represent that the sellers are still available in the market. Can you see continuous power of this? This is a selling power. I don't know if you can see this is selling power. I don't know if you can see this is selling power. The buyers just came in here. But also, to get a better perspective, I could turn this chart to a chart pattern that uses the average of the performance. Do you see when I check here? Do you see that the buyers, the sellers, have not affected the market by 50%? I don't know if you can see that. These candles are called Hackinash candles. They provide the average performance price of the market. Now, it shows that the average of the performance is that the buyers are still in control. Am I right?
Yeah.
Can you see that? Now, do you see how I can make an earlier entry in the market?
Yeah, now I understand, sir. Thank you.
Now you see, let me take you back here. Now you see, I'm also using history here to construct a resistance. I don't want to go very far, but I also don't want to miss out on some points. Okay, you see that? So I have a decision. One,
Okay.
I can wait for a breakout, right?
Yeah.
Two, since I'm going to use Royal Q, because if I was going to use an exchanger, right, to trade, then I would wait for a breakout. But since Royal Q makes life easier, I can enter at current price. Plan to take, never take, because usually the market may fail to touch this point, all right? So you take 2/3 of the journey, so I'll take a 10%, all right?
And you apply call drop.
Then I apply call drop back here. You see this? It's a 15%, right?
Yeah.
But now I could get a better perspective in 1 hour. Instead of me taking a 15%, do you see these repeated small supports and resistance formed along?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see them.
I can see them.
So I will come and I draw small lines, all right? And instead of me taking a 15%, I could take less of that, of the drop size. I think now it makes sense to you.
Yes, boss. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Someone says, I see lines, but not a clue. For you, if it's your first time to be here, I don't know. I don't know how I can help. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is trading for you. Support and resistance. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll still get back to the chart patterns, the bullish engulfing, the hammers, the pin bars, the dodges, the inside bars, the outside bars, and show you how you could use them in perspective of support and resistance and be able to trade. I want to wish you a perfect, amazing day. Today, we shall be looking at skills of team building. I love you all, and I wish you a nice day. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us this morning. God bless you. Love you all. Find these lessons on the YouTube and make a choice of your own. God bless you and bye, everybody. By the way, before I go, I would like to encourage someone. Who might be interested in teaching other people about what we do. I just want to encourage someone that one, it really pays. It really pays if you decide to use the knowledge I give you here to go outside there and share. So basically, I'll try to see if I could get my other side of the camera on and encourage someone. Right, but let me just take a screenshot and then share it on this phone. If someone is here and you are interested to share this knowledge with someone, you feel like it's okay for you to find some people and tell them about how powerful Royal Q is, how we give free lessons. You don't need to use my name, never. You can just talk about we give free lessons, or you give, by the way. Then because it's you who will give this person the link to join this Zoom call. I want to encourage someone this morning before I go. Okay, let me try to share my screen. I want to encourage someone. I really would love to encourage someone who is interested to share the opportunity. What you see on this account, this is this account that I'm showing you is trying to show you what we call direct quantification. It's not so much, but this shows you that whenever the person you will bring in the business, this is a zero. This account doesn't trade. Okay, this account doesn't trade. Okay, but it's trying to show you that whenever this person will trade, you'll be able to earn something. And basically, it is not making too much because it doesn't build network, nor does it trade. But let me just take you. It hasn't made so much, but you see, this account has made 2.0 2.5 million Ugandan shillings, just because there is an account below it that is trading. Now, but that's not my cause of now. Let me just get back here. I want you to look at this guy. Guys, look at this guy trading with $4,000. You see what he's saying? Good morning, Julius. This morning began on a good note. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, he just uses the signals I drop in his chart. And he says this morning started with a good note. And we are using margin calls that I explained. We are trading with 40 as the first buying amount and using the $1,000 settings. And we are trading 2 coins a day. And he just uses the coins I give him in his chart. Look at how present. And yesterday he promised to give me a cow. Let me tap on it and I remind him. This guy is my friend. Let me just remind him. And he's my friend. He's an elite. He works in the American Embassy of Uganda. Okay, now let's get back to what I came to share, guys. Okay. All right, if you decide to share the business, okay, I hope the results pop up here. I don't know why they're not popping up, but let me make sure they pop up. Let me just make sure they pop up so that... So I want to encourage you to go to TikTok. I want to encourage you to go to TikTok. I want to encourage you to... Let me get these results here in a few minutes, guys. Just a minute. Why are they not appearing? Let me use my other WhatsApp. The challenge here, the messages are too many for me. But here I can't manage. Okay, finally. All right. Guys, I have a question. If you decide to make this your full-time job, of making sure that the people who join under you, you teach them how to use the robot. I have a question from your bed. I want you to look at this guy is happy. Let me just take you back, guys, a little bit. My friend here is happy. He's saying he wants to give me a cow. I just want to ask a question. This my friend here is saying, where is he? Don't worry about my messages, guys. I will find a way of managing them. I know there are very many, but I find my way of managing them because okay. All right. This one I'll answer later. I don't want to open people's messages because when I open, I find myself, I don't answer them. So I open when I'm going to answer. I have a question. If this guy is happy with his $100 today, I have a question. Don't you think I'm much more happier because he's happy, having made $295 while asleep? I have a question. Does this deserve your efforts? To use the knowledge we give you for free, to educate others about it and create the life freedom you want? I have a question. Why don't you decide today? Why don't you decide today? I'm not going to give any link. No, you go to the YouTube. The 10 videos you are talking about is outdated knowledge. I have done new videos with Coach Mopiwa from 1 up to where we are today. I think we're on lesson 9. Okay? I think we're on lesson 9. But all the videos you need are onto the YouTube channel Crypto Ambassadors. You could go down or you could pick the current one. All right, guys. Having said that, I want to wish you a nice day. Those willing to put in the effort, I want to give you confidence. You're going to be paid in big time. You're going to pay it in real time. The bit to introduce as many people as possible to the business. Don't stick to the past. Don't stick to the past. Don't stick to the past. What happened in the past, whether it was good or bad, it was okay. But what you're going to do today is going to determine your future. Imagine you waking up with close to $200 from sleep, and the day has just started. The goal is put on paper. It's until we make it to $1,000 every single day. The goal is simple until we make it to $1,000 every single day. And when we get to $1,000 every single day, the goal is to make sure we push it until we can make it to $10,000 every single day. And when we shall make it to $10,000 every single day, we shall raise our goal until we shall make it up to $100,000 every single day. And when we shall hit $100,000 every single day, ladies and gentlemen, we shall push it to $1 million every single day. Why? Because we can be able to build a system that doesn't need our presence and our efforts to make money. And if you could decide, you who's listening to me, you who's listening to my voice, to take this to the serious point of your life, I want to give you assurance together, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you seriously, together, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be dining in the nice, amazing beaches of this world, withdrawing $1 million every single day in the next 10 years. It's up to you to decide to stop here. It's up to you to decide to say, I'll only trade. But I want to tell you, as I will be trading, I'll be withdrawing free money because others will be happy. And if this is your interest, to build residual income, and that is one of the missions of the Crypto Ambassadors, to help you make regular, repeated, recurring. Ladies and gentlemen, there is power in this opportunity. And if this is for you, then let us rock and roll Royal Q for the next generations to come. On social media, there's something they call plan the child, plan the daughter, plan the wife, plan the husband, plan the grandmother, plan the grandfather, plan the grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very, very first time, Royal Q brings an analogy that could make your children 10 generations to come to be planned grandchildren. Never will they wake up across the world, whether you are from the United States, down to my brothers in Australia, whether you are coming from Southern America, down to my brothers in Australia, whether you are in Southern Africa, back to Northern Africa, whether you are from the West, the East, and the central parts of Africa, whether you are from Asia, whether you are from all the planets on all the different areas across this world, I want to give you confidence. The next bull run could position you into a position that will never be changed by anyone. I've raised my goal from as low as it was to $1 million, and yesterday I raised my goal to $5 million. Okay, $5 million. And that's why